Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Odd Dust, and I wanted to go over Titan Quest Anniversary Edition. There's a lot of talk about the new Titan Quest that's coming out, Titan Quest 2, and I thought some people might be wanting to come back in and wanting the optimal settings, and I wanted to just give you a quick little rundown of what I did to get it set up and running on my computer through Steam, and some of the things that I found that worked, and get you quickly into playing this old classic game, Titan Quest Anniversary Edition. So let's get into it. The first thing you want to do if you purchase the game is go into the discussions tab in Steam. There's a lot of helpful information in here. As you can see, being an older game, there's a lot of quirks to getting it running and stuff. The first thing to do, everyone suggests here, is disable, it's first thing on the list, disable Steam Cloud with this game so that it's not backing up your save data. Your save data is backed up in the My Documents folder, so if you have some way to back up your My Documents folder on your computer, you'll be good to go, but that's where it saves the backup files. To disable the cloud saves, you want to right-click the game, go into Properties, and then right here, this very first page, Steam Cloud, just check that so that it's not enabled. It should be gray, not blue. Next thing in the Discussions tab is if you're having some troubleshooting issues, look at this troubleshooting thread here, and also look at this Guides, Links, and Patches and Tools thread. There's a whole bunch of different tools and guides and things like that that people have created. All kinds of work has been done by the community. So if you're having any trouble, look through here first before you go Googling it. The next thing you want to do before you get into it is go to the Workshop tab, and you're going to want to look for one particular mod to subscribe to. And it's this one here, Loot Plus, Experience Times 3, Spawn Rate Plus. So basically this is 3 different mods combined into one. Loot Plus gives you more loot and better quality. Experience is just a bump in experience because there is, I guess, a problem originally with the original version is that you wouldn't get enough experience and you'd have to do a whole lot of grinding. This one lets you just play the game without really having to grind, and I think it works pretty well. And then spawn rate, because you're getting more XP, you want more enemies to kill. That does mean that there's a lot more enemies, so just be aware of that, but it makes for a better experience in my opinion. And if you want this installed and you have it on Steam, you just hit the subscribe button down here, and it will automatically install into your game files. Now lastly for me, before I could really get any kind of good enjoyment from the game, I really had to tweak my VSync settings. I'm using NVIDIA, so I opened up the NVIDIA control panel, find the Titan Quest Anniversary Edition EXE, and the first thing you want to set is 60 FPS. Make sure that the max frame rate is 60 FPS. I turned my monitor refresh. I've got a monitor that has, 240 gigahertz refresh, so I had just changed it to fixed refresh, so it wasn't variable. That seemed to work pretty well. Application controlled refresh rate as well. So VSync set to off, max FPS at 60, and change your monitor to a fixed refresh rate and you should be good. If you've got a higher refresh rate monitor, this old game is going to have some trouble. Alright, once you boot up and you get past all the cinematics and you're into the game, the first thing you want to do is not play Titan Quest like you would think. You want to play Custom Quest. This is because we downloaded this mod here, and the mod will show up. It should show up here. So if it hasn't shown up here, then try unsubscribing, resubscribing, and then load the game up again. The mod should be here, and all you have to do is click Start. If you have a character here, that's fine. If not, then you can click Start after you create a dummy character. You need one here, and then when you click Start, the game will try to load and then bounce back. That's why I call it a bounce mod here. It bounces you back here. This is where you would create your mod now. Now, once you're into this part, you're actually into the mod itself, and your game will start with that mod active. So then create your character and start the game up. And once you're in the game, just hit escape and go into the options menu, and you can tweak your graphics however you want. Turn on vertical sync here. That seemed to help me pretty good. Triple buffering and stuff is fine. Full screen mode, I have had no issues. Some people maybe want it in windowed or borderless. I like full screen mode. Seemed to work good for me. And I didn't have to tweak anything else. I just left all this stuff default on how it was installed, but you can probably mess around with some of that to maybe get a little bit of better performance. But you will see in the game it does lag a little bit every now and then, just like loading into zones or when you fight a large group of enemies, that kind of thing. You'll find maybe some issues that you have with a little bit of loading performance. It's an older game, so you be aware you might have to tweak some things. There might be some performance hiccups here and there, but for the most part, it's fairly playable. And yeah, I've been enjoying it. Hopefully this helps you with getting Titan Quest Anniversary Edition up and running for your modern computer. Thanks for watching, everybody.